So Genshin has been out for more than a year now, and we've got a lot of content throughout this time, such as new events, story quests, and even new regions, with more to come. However, most of that was limited. There were pretty big things that new players missed out on since they were, well, limited, such as a whole new explorable archipelago with a corresponding story quest that only lasted a single update. Even I missed out on some of these limited story quests. I started playing Genshin in 1.2 when Dragonspine was new, and with its limited story quest. So as a new player with so much to do and so much exploring to do, I left that off to the side thinking I could complete it later. Because why would a game invest money in voiceovers, mind you, in multiple languages, not only that, cutscenes and story writing, just for it to be gone within the next update? But apparently that's how MiHoYo rolls with Genshin. So this sparks up the question, if you started playing Genshin today, or in 2022, which is tomorrow, Happy New Year's by the way, are you too late? Now, it's quick to assume that you are. You did miss out on a lot of limited content. Before Inazuma was a thing, a lot of people never even met Saramouch, which despite his popularity for only having 5 minutes of screen time, he was limited behind a story quest at 1.1. Also, character event wishes come and go. Some haven't even got reruns yet, and while others... Just get the f***. Now, I'm not trying to scare you, right? But I want you to think about it for a minute if you truly want to join this gacha hellhole. Because believe me, this game can be unforgiving when trying to get new characters. You will get an opportunity to get them, but that's very different of actually getting them. I'm just telling you this now, if you're new, you're probably not gonna see the character that you actually want for a long ass time. And lastly, behind all of these limited events were primos. Tons of primos. Now, if you played Genshin for a while, you quickly find out how scarce primos actually are, especially if you stick to being free-to-play. Hell, there's even videos discussing how much primos you can squeeze out every update to the last singular primo. Yeah, people are pretty much stretching their last primo trying to get that 5-star they want, and probably not even get them. Events themselves though are a hit or miss. Some events are loved by the community, while others are pretty forgettable. But lately we've been seeing a lot of reruns of previous events. But what does this have to do with being late? Everything actually. Because reruns of events so far were trying to be different than the last time they were available. To appease to the new players that haven't tried out the event yet, while also preventing complaints from older players saying that this is like an exact repetition of the previous event last time it was up. However, sometimes you shouldn't fix what isn't broken. What I'm trying to say here is gameplay elements themselves in the form of events show a healthy sign of still providing an opportunity for new players to try out experiences that old players already had. Although this can lead to some complaints of the game becoming repetitive to some older players, especially if similar events start replaying over and over. But at the end of the day, you still have a pretty good chance of trying out an event that you missed out in a previous update. Though, we still haven't seen a rerun of a limited story quest, and I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. If I'm gonna be honest here, I'm not sure if a limited story quest is ever going to happen. We don't even have the ability to replay the cutscenes of the permanent story quests that we've already completed. The closest thing we have to that is the archive, with the text describing our actions with an audio file playing.
Paimon's not sure whether the god you're looking for is the animal god, but Paimon will take you to the animal god's place first, and there's a reason why.
Though none of this actually means you're too late to play though. Inazuma is still fairly new and is still getting explorable areas tied to Inazuma. The next update is actually introducing another island to Inazuma as well. And not to mention, it's still the third region we get to explore out of the 7 total to come. That means we're still getting 4 more regions to come, and not only that, so much more characters to come as well. In fact, you're still very early into the game. A year may have passed with so much to offer throughout the year, but Genshin has years of content planned out, and this is just the beginning. There's still so many characters that haven't released, and you definitely don't need to pull for every character. Sure, you may at some point have to let a banner go in order to let another banner come and let you pull for it. But as time goes on, I believe this will become less of an issue. Because we know reruns are a thing now, so if you miss a banner, it's really not the end of the world. And I don't want to tell you how to play the game, but let's be honest. Some characters did not play out the way the community hoped for, and sometimes maybe not for you personally. I skipped Yule on both her runs as well as Itos because personally, I don't find Claymore users fun to play as. I don't have anything against Claymore users or people that play them. I just really don't find them fun to play. So I'm not gonna waste my primos pulling for them. I know there's people out there that make it their goal to get every single character, but at the same time, you don't really have to. I'm not saying if that's your goal to not try it, because like I said, reruns are a thing, so don't ever feel like it's the end of the world if you were really hoping for a banner and you didn't get the character. There's always a rerun that will come in the future. How long? I can't really say, but I guess we all have to be patient about it. At the end of the day, Genshin is a single player game. I know co-op is a thing, and it's pretty much a joke since there's so little to do, but you don't have to pull for this character or that character because someone told you to. Decide for yourself. You can only have up to 4 characters that you actually get to use in game anyways. I know the Spiral Abyss needs 8, but as a new player, you shouldn't worry about it yet. And for that one group that people like calling meta slaves, and starting right now, you will already have a good idea on who's good or not. No one is exactly bad, but there's clearly a handful of characters that can do more damage than anyone else. Hey, there was a time where Diluc was a top tier DPS, and that other time when people thought Ganyu was gonna be shit, saying it's just gonna be a Cryo Amber, but she turned out to be a really good DPS, if not the best. But you can quickly figure out who's worth it to pull or not if you're really into that, and you'll be better informed since, you know, the characters are actually out and tested instead of people telling you this character is shit when the character isn't even out yet. So no, you're not late at all with starting Genshin in 2022. You're still very early. Go ahead and enjoy the game, pull for who you want, take your time, and don't ever sweat about the content and primos that you missed. There's still a lot more events that none of us actually tried or even heard of yet that will possibly give us much better rewards in the future. Now those were my thoughts on why you're not too late on starting Genshin in 2022. And if you liked the video or have your own thoughts, please leave it down in the comments below. And if you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.